Hey, lyrical minds, and welcome back to another episode of Lyrical Reflections. I am hoping you enjoyed my last episode where I talked about accepting our mistakes, self forgiveness, and being more compassionate with ourselves. So, did you give yourself a hug? Doesn't it just feel so good? And I'm also hoping that you enjoyed my rap verse where I gave a shout out to all my success driven women. So, in today's episode, we're going to dive into the heartfelt song Too Late to Apologize by Timbaland and OneRepublic. I hope you have heard this song before because this song brings me back to my early college years. Every time I listen to the song, it brings a true powerful message about self forgiveness, the weight of regret, and the transformative journey towards letting go. When you listen to the song, it can be interpreted in different ways. It could be telling someone it's too late to apologize after they've hurt you or disappointed you countless times, or the internal struggle of feeling like, yeah, it's too late to apologize and accept forgiveness to ourselves. But when you think about it, is there truly a time frame for forgiveness? Is there a statute of limitations on letting go? I don't think so, but when you think of the chorus of this song, it resonates with me personally. I remember there were moments when I found myself being so upset due to past mistakes because I allowed someone or something to stop me from moving forward. But I had to get on a journey of self forgiveness for myself. I had to release the baggage that was weighing me down and holding me back. And this brings to mind the saying, time heals all wounds, right? I'm sure you've heard that from a therapist, a coach, a family member, friend, someone. But how much time do we really need? How long should we allow ourselves to hold on to the past? And I love the verse where Teddy from OneRepublic sings, I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground. Yes, I love laughing at myself when I sing. You can laugh with me. But that verse reminds me of a client I had who was consumed by anger and resentment towards a family member who let her down. This client's negative emotions held them captive. It was affecting their sleep, their ability to focus, and just their daily life in general. I would definitely say my client was 10 feet off the ground, trapped by the hold of her own feelings and her own emotions. And it was a struggle my client knew all too well. But after working with me, they definitely started to understand how important it was for them to finally let go of that heavy weight. It's just not worth it anymore, right? But it also reminds me, this song does, reminds me of another client of mine who found it so hard to let go of a toxic relationship. We've all been there, I'm sure. But my client was so invested with so much time and energy that they felt they were unable to let go of that relationship, even when the signs were obvious. And as their therapist, I felt I had failed my client when I thought about it. Like, as much as I wanted to do for them and as much as I wanted to help them, there was just not much more that I could do for them. I had to realize that that journey to healing is a path that they have to walk at their own pace. And many clients come to me with that shame and guilt and resentment, and it was always stemming from fear and insecurities of letting go, and most importantly, not forgiving themselves for staying in situations that were unhealthy, right? I've been in the same boat, and I've learned that I can only control myself and not others, whether it's my partner, friend. Hey, Lyrical Minds, enjoying the show? Well, I've got some more for you. I want you to keep the healing and reflecting going in between episodes. So, make sure to download the Real Reflections Journal, a guided mindfulness meditation and reflective journaling experience. This journal is going to help you ditch the negative self talk and embrace a positive reality. I can't wait for you to get your hands on it. Grab yours now by clicking the link in the description box or head over to reflectwithyvette.com. Okay, back to the show. family, or colleagues. I can only control myself. And when you're in sessions with me, I'm going to say the same thing. You can only control yourself because it is up to us to take that first step towards addressing the issues and negative experiences that has held us back and that's been holding us on this 10 feet off the ground rope. So we have the power to shape our own lives and decisions, right? We have that control. Let's turn our attention to the weight of regret, as this is a theme that's consistently shown in this song, Too Late to Apologize. The lyrics of this song is a reminder that we all experience some form of regret and how regret can hold us captive. It can hold us and prevent us from stepping forward into a brighter future. When you think about it, regrets can be like heavy anchors, right? Keeping us tied up in the past, unable to set sail to new horizons. And in order for you to move that anchor, right, you have to lift it up and get it out the way, right? But it's not uncommon for all of us to carry some form of regret or decisions we wish we'd made differently or moments where we thought we fell short. In my work as a therapist and transformational coach, I've had the privilege of listening to countless stories of my clients wrestling with their own regrets, right? This reminds me of a client of mine who carried the weight of a missed opportunity in a relationship, right? We all have this self-sabotaging thing when it comes to relationships. But for this client, they had let fear and doubt hold them back from taking a chance on love. And years later, they still found themselves replaying that moment, wondering what might have happened, which led my client to come to me. After working through everything, the regret began to decrease as they were able to accept and forgive themselves and remembered that it was just an experience and it was a lesson learned. When you think of it, regrets like these can be like uninvited guests that linger in our minds, impacting our self-esteem, our choices, and our overall well-being, right? Regrets, when you think of it, can rob us of the present moment and hinder our ability to embrace new opportunities. So, why keep holding on? But on the brighter side, I've also witnessed the amazing power of my clients who have faced their regrets head on. They've entered on journeys of self discovery and healing, which allowed them to find a way to make peace with their past decisions. So the process of coming to terms with regrets can involve things like self-reflection, acknowledging the lessons learned, and forgiving ourselves for not being perfect. Remember last episode? Nobody is perfect, but instead it's about realizing that we are all human. We're going to make mistakes and we're going to make wrong turns along the way. It's just going to happen. But the key takeaway from the song Too Late to Apologize is this: as you continue to work on yourself, it is so important to start forgiving and letting go of that baggage that's been keeping you 10 feet off the ground. It's just time to let go. Let's also remember that while regrets may be a part of our story, they do not have to define our future. We can choose to carry the weight, or we can choose to release it and step into the light of self forgiveness and self compassion. And while, yes, time can be a healer, how much time do we want to spend holding on to grudges that hold us back from moving forward? Just reflect on that. Just think about it. How much time do you need? If this song has resonated with you, or if you have your own stories of self-forgiveness and letting go, you should know me by now. I would love to hear from you and connect with you on social media at Reflect with Yvette, because your experiences are so valuable and your journey towards self-compassion is worth sharing. So make sure to stay tuned for the next episode as we continue to dive deep into the amazing messages hidden within the songs we love. It is never too late to apologize to yourself and to set yourself free. And to support you on this transformative journey, I'd love to offer you a complimentary discovery call with me. Let's discuss what you have been stuck on and develop a plan that can help you move forward. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Lyrical Reflection. Until next time, keep growing, reflecting, and shining.